When you looked in the mirror, what did you see?
I mean, it was weird. It was kind of like sometimes I would think I was really handsome and sometimes I would think I was like hideously ugly.
Actor Reid Ewing, known for his role as Dylan in Modern Family, suffers from a mental disorder that makes him feel disfigured. He became addicted to cosmetic surgery as a result of his condition, which is called body dysmorphic disorder, BDD.
I think at one point I took a photo and I remember looking at that photo and that was the moment where I said I had to get cosmetic surgery because like no one was allowed to be that ugly.
At the age of 19, the Modern Family actor spent much of his time alone in his apartment. He would take photos of himself from every possible angle and analyze them in detail. Ewing made an appointment with a cosmetic surgeon, believing that the procedure would transform him into Brad Pitt and put an end to his constant self-scrutiny.
And then after it swelled down, I would say, no, this is not the way I look. Why did I do this? And then I would go back to the same doctor and beg them to take it out.
The cosmetic surgeries he underwent over the following 4 years were painful and disappointing, both because his doctors seemed unqualified and because his face was never really the problem in the first place. He often had work done while he was still shooting Modern Family.
Come on then, how you doing?
So good. I mean, everywhere I look, I see her face.
Studies suggest that more than half of people with BDD seek out cosmetic surgery, which often leaves them as tormented as they were before.
Of course, Hollywood pressure intensifies everything to do with looks. It's always been really intense for women. Now it's becoming really intense for men.
There are several famous individuals who may have had the disorder without being diagnosed, such as Michael Jackson.
When you look in the mirror, are you happy with what you see?
I'm never totally satisfied. No, not at all.
For Ewing, the failure of his first cosmetic procedure drove him into total isolation.
It's just not necessary, it's not gonna make your life happier or better. In fact, it did the exact opposite.
Finally, in 2012, all the isolation, secrecy, depression, and self-hate became too much for him to bear. Ewing quit surgery and sought a psychological solution instead.
I wish I could just talk to my younger self and tell him just don't go through with it. You really don't need it. You look fine.
He is now open about his struggles with BDD.
They're able to see my full self now, and I guess it's cool, I mean, like, nobody needs to apologize for themselves or anything, but it's really important to be happy with the life that you're living.
With some distance between himself and his surgeries, he resents that his doctors never administered a mental health screening before operating on him, and he now advocates for change.